Today's the deadline before the University of Illinois could be hit with a lawsuit. A complaint against former U of I professor Gary Shue accuses him of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, including rape, forced labor, and beatings. WCI 3's Jen Lask is live in Urbana this morning at the U of I. Jen, what are the attorneys for his accusers asking the university to do?
The attorneys want the university to take legal action on behalf of the alleged victims. It's what's known as a tolling agreement. It would remove the statute of limitations for the clients and allow them to sue the university. Gary Shue was the head of the East Asian Languages and Culture Department, and he resigned from the university in 2018. One of his accusers says Shue abused her for 2 years and used her international student status against her. She says she went to the university several times, but nothing was done. The U of I made a statement after one of the accusers did a public interview and said it was reviewing the complaint against Shue. The university also said it, quote, investigates and takes appropriate legal action whenever conduct is reported that may jeopardize or impact the safety or security of our students or others. And we'll let you know when we find out what decision is made by the attorneys and by the university. Reporting live in Urbana, Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
So today we are expecting it to stay quite warm and not fall-like at all, but we're only 3 days away, less than 3 days as a matter of fact. Official start coming in Monday at 2:50 a.m. So about 3 days away, but we do anticipate that today's going to be another one of those summer-like afternoons after we get some of this rain and these clouds out of here. Storm tracker Doppler showing where we do have some of the shower and storm activity now. More of Livingston County, Ford, and Iroquois County, plus noticing some of that across McLean County too. Ogden and more across northern half of Champaign and getting more into Vermilion County. Keep an eye out. Quick little light shower here or there could be in your future for this morning, but it looks like most of us will probably miss out on it as you head farther to the south. As far as the kids, if you're in those spots north of I-74, watch out for a shower or two. We'll get that out of here, and then for everybody, we should be quite warm and dry, but partly cloudy as we head into this evening. Also kind of muggy too. Roofing Dog Guide, Adams Memorial weather camera, just cloudy skies with the temperatures that are right now in the 60s, lower 60s in Effingham, and the rain, well, for the most part, going to be staying to our north today. But more widespread shower activity as we head into the weekend. We'll discuss that, plus the cool down ahead for a lot of the next 7-day stretch in your 7-day forecast in just about 5 minutes. Aaron?
Thanks, Adam. Police are investigating after they say shots were fired early this morning in Urbana. It happened near Vaughter Street and Mitcham Drive. Officers say they got a call for shots fired and found evidence of a gun being shot in the area. This is still under investigation. We will give you an update when we learn more about it. State police have been asked to investigate after the sheriff says an inmate tried to overtake a correctional officer at the Champaign County Jail. The sheriff says it happened while the inmate was leaving his cell. There was a brief struggle. Both were taken to the hospital, but have since been let go. It was a case we followed for years. Now, U of I police investigators are sharing their story on the search for Yingying Zhang's killer and their interrogation of him. Zhang was kidnapped more than 2 years ago, and investigators worked tirelessly to find her and her killer. Brent Christensen will spend life in prison, but before he was caught and convicted, detectives met with him face-to-face to press him for information. At what point did you know he did it?
Well, I had a strong feeling that he did it after the discovery of that he was the owner of the car that had the broken hubcap.
You can watch the uncut interviews on our website, WCIA.com. A youth football league was robbed of fundraising money and more. The Hoopeston Hornet Youth League president says on Sunday night someone tried to pry the lock open on the clubhouse door, so they replaced the lock and installed security cameras. But that didn't stop it from happening again. Sometime between Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon, someone broke in and stole boxes of candy they used for fundraising and $40 out of $75 they had stashed away under the concession stand. They also took the hard drive for the security footage.
It's pretty sad if you have to, steal from a kids' organization, stuff that they use, money that they raised, it's not right.
These kids deserve better, so for someone to come in and take anything from them is extremely infuriating to me.
Hoopeston police are still investigating to find out who did this. A U of I student was scammed out of $7,000. The caller said they were with the U.S. Marshal Service and that the student's social security number was implicated in a money laundering and drug trafficking investigation. They told her to withdraw cash and convert it to Bitcoin. When the student couldn't do that, they told her to buy gift cards and transfer the card information. The Danville Police Department dedicated the spot in its briefing room to a fallen officer. Patrolman David Farnsworth was killed in the line of duty in January 1976. His family donated the flag and his badge to the department. Chief Chris Yates says it will act as a reminder to officers of how dangerous their jobs can be and also act as a token of respect to Farnsworth's sacrifice. The Edgar County Jail might have to close. Parts of it are more than a century old and need upgrades. The sheriff proposed a new sales tax to keep at least a portion of the jail open. He and county board members are currently talking with other counties about ways to cut costs. A part of one fire protection district's history came down. The St. Joseph Stanton Fire Protection District is tearing down its old station to make room for a new parking lot. They recently moved into their new firehouse. It was double the space and was built right next door. The original was built in 1973. A charity in Macon County will soon have a new home. Northeast Community Fund in Decatur will be moving a street over into a bigger building. A campaign was started 3 years ago to make it possible for them to build without taking on any debt. The charity serves around 2,000 families every month through a food bank, clothing bank, and financial counseling. They say their current space is cramped. The fund is totally supported by donations.
It's very heartwarming to know that there are people who care. Decatur is one of the most generous, caring communities I've ever been a part of. And this building campaign and the support we receive really is evidence of that.
The new building on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive will open on October 7th. New this morning, you can get into the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum for free tomorrow. They're giving out free tickets as part of a program through Smithsonian Magazine. All you have to do is go online and download your free ticket. The ticket holder and one guest get into the museum free.